There's not a single state, county, or metro area in the United States where someone earning minimum wage could afford a decent two-bedroom apartment. That's according to a recent study from the National Low Income Housing Coalition. California is in the middle of a housing crisis. Too much demand, not enough supply, and definitely not a lot of options for low-income renters. So, as our correspondent Jess Gomez tells us, they're heading south of the border for housing relief.
Before the sun sets on Tijuana, Mexico, some 90,000 people have left the city, crossing the border by car or by foot into San Diego.
I guess it's really easy to get back and forth across the border.
American David Flood is one of those international commuters.
Bastante tiempo, perdón. A friend of mine just kind of was joking around, was like, she'll get some tacos. And I was like, where? And he was like, get some tacos in Mexico. And I've been here in Mexico ever since.
That was more than a year ago. David had moved to San Diego hoping to escape the high cost of living in Seattle.
I was making actually good money, and I was still living under the livable wage over there.
It didn't take him long to realize he couldn't make ends meet in Southern California either. After months in hostels and Airbnb rentals, he headed to Tijuana for those tacos and a place to call home. The international move is saving him more than $1,000 per month in rent.
Tijuana has a huge potential based on its geography.
Real estate developer Miguel Marshall is tapping into that potential with a series of mixed-use developments.
The opportunity is right now, and we have to continue to grow and to meet demand.
The demand for affordable housing. In San Diego, the average rent for a one-bedroom apartment is $1,800 per month. 2- and 3-bedroom apartments can average up to $3,000 or more. Miguel owns the complex where David rents his apartment for only about $400 per month. About half of Miguel's tenants are American.
Once you're here, you start to see the richness of being in an emerging country.
Born in America and now living in Tijuana, Miguel says crossing the border is just a normal part of life.
It's like when people that live in Brooklyn have to cross the bridge to go to Manhattan. For us, it's like you have to cross the border to go to San Diego.
In a stark contrast to America's crackdown at the border, Americans can get into Tijuana without stopping or showing any kind of identification. It's hard to get an accurate count of how many Americans may be living in Tijuana because some may be there illegally.
And many of us as Americans living here live under the radar.
That's right, undocumented Americans living in Mexico. Jim Holston says his paperwork is in order. He runs a program called Immersion Tijuana Living, helping Americans acclimate to Mexico.
We get them hooked up with their tutors and different cultural immersion events. So different events that we have themed around getting to know the city.
The city's low cost of living is such a draw for some that Tijuana's murder rate, last year higher than Chicago, LA, Detroit, and New York combined, isn't enough to keep them away.
I was like, what would I do in Mexico? Like, I hear so many bad things. And then when I came down here and I was like, this is actually not that bad. Not that bad at all.
But when it comes to jobs, David says there's just no comparison.
America has awesome income, a land of gold. So that's why I stay working there, and then I can utilize my gold over here.
He may have American gold, but David says he hit the housing jackpot in Tijuana. For Matter of Fact, I'm Jessica Gomez.